Securities and Exchange Commission, or SEC, Rule 10b-5, which implements Section 10b of the Securities Exchange Act of 1934, makes it unlawful for any person to mislead investors or commit fraud related to securities transactions. Those held liable under the rule typically include the primary actors directly engaged in the transactions. However, in Enron Corporation Securities derivative and ERISA litigation, the court considered whether secondary actors, such as lawyers and accountants, may also be held liable under the rule. Enron Corporation was a trader of derivatives contracts. In the early 2000s, Enron was exposed for conducting one of the largest accounting fraud scandals in history. Ultimately, the value of Enron's assets plummeted, and investors lost billions of dollars. A group of investors who had purchased Enron's public securities brought a class action against several entities, including banks, law firms, and accounting firms that supported Enron's operations. The investors alleged that the entities violated Section 10b and Rule 10b-5 by making false statements or omissions about Enron's financial situation or by participating as secondary actors in supporting Enron's scheme to defraud the investors. The complaint alleged that the entities engaged in a Ponzi scheme in which they took patterned actions to obscure debt and create sham profits on Enron's books to induce new investors and maintain the scheme. The complaint further alleged that although the entities didn't directly make misstatements to investors, the entities supported Enron's misstatements about its financial condition and received lucrative fees in exchange. Specifically, the complaint alleged that the banks disguised loans to Enron, the law firms drafted and approved Enron's SEC filings and public statements, and the accounting firms engaged in fraudulent audits of Enron. The entities filed a motion to dismiss, primarily arguing that the investors failed to sufficiently plead that the entities acted with the requisite intent to defraud.